Hello and welcome to Beyond the Buzzer. I am Landon Potvin and my co-host today and every week is Cameron Champagne. Today's show is going to be a little bit different, completely different actually. It's going to be all rankings for the NBA and NCAA, and of course we'll have the picks. My list is going to be completely different than Cam's. We kind of talked about it before the show. So let's kick it off with our NBA list. I'll start with my 30 to 25. I got 30 at 30th, the Pistons. Knicks 29.
Totally disagree with the 30th.
Let me finish. 28th is the Hawks. 27th is the Suns, and the 26th is the Cavs. Yeah, I think that's... And then the 25th is the Bulls. Or no, the Timberwolves.
Yeah, totally disagree with the Pistons. There's no way.
The Pistons are the worst team.
The Cavs,
on that team?
Christian Wood, he's averaging over 20 points a game. Undrafted rookie.
That's it.
Derrick Rose.
Hurt.
He's, for now, right now, yes.
For like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And my list, I'll tell you, my list is the future, and that's it. Just the future.
The Cavs have no future. Zero.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Darius Garland sucks.
They have that Kevin Porter.
Colin Sexton will be traded or he will leave because...
I mean the rest of this season.
Still.
If it was 0-0 right now...
Cavs would be the worst. Or the Knicks. But okay, whatever. I'll go through mine. The Cavs, obviously, at 30. The Knicks... Last night, they had the lowest selling crowd in 13 years since...
I can agree with this.
Spike Lee's disagreement. The lowest crowd in 13 years.
I can agree with that.
They've been bad for 13 years. They haven't been... I mean, Carmelo maybe 8, but they were an 8th seed. But don't matter. Anyway, Knicks, 29. Pistons at 28. Yes, they're bad, but they're not the worst.
That's just because you're a Pistons fan.
That's not bias. It's true. The Bulls at 27, awful. The Warriors, I just don't. I mean, even Curry's coming back. It's one player. Maybe if they had Clay, maybe, but they don't. So, and 25 Timberwolves, same as you.
Okay, so I guess my next, I'm gonna have the Hornets at 24, then Bulls, Warriors, Wizards, Magic. All right. Nothing to say. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it's kind of similar, just ours in a
the
different
Warriors. Order. That's a little bit of a surprise, I'm sure. Curry's coming back tonight. He's going to put up some big numbers tonight in a dub against the reigning champions.
Yeah, I mean, totally different though. Warriors had Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson and a winning team. And the Raptors had Kawhi Leonard, so it'll be different. But no, mine 24 at for the Hawks, 23 for the Suns, 22 the Wizards, 21 the Trailblazers. So
I can't believe you have the Trailblazers this low.
Well, just because Damian Lillard's not 100%. That's the only reason. Only reason.
That's pretty stupid because CJ McCollum and Anthony are still bucket getters. So whatever. Okay, my 19 through 15. Actually, I'll just give you my 19 through 10. I got Spurs, Nets, Kings, Grizzlies, Pacers, 76ers, Pelicans, and then Mavs. Yeah, Pelicans. Pelicans are that high.
That high?
Yeah. Say it. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say it, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I do like the Pelicans this high. Zion's a go. I think they're going to make the playoffs. They potentially could make the 7th seed. Before we had technical difficulties, we had a good argument that the Mavs potentially could fall out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
There is a chance there. I don't think Luka will let that happen, but there is a serious chance that could happen, and the Grizzlies and Pelicans can make it in.
Yeah.
It's a huge chance there. What do you got there for 19 through 10?
19, I got the Kings. Just, I mean, they're streaky always. The Spurs, just because you got veteran coach there. The Nets, just because they're young. But, I mean, still in playoff contention. The Magic. And I got the Grizzlies. And then I got the Pacers. And then I got the Pelicans. And at 12, I got the Jazz. 11, you're going to surprise the Mavericks. And then 10, the 76ers.
I mean,
just because the Mavericks got Luka and Kristaps, I just think they're better off for the rest of the season than Zion and Lonzo and Brandon Ingram.
I think you have the Kings a little low, honestly. Even the Spurs. The Spurs don't really have many people, but I think sometimes, depending on who you have as a coach, could really change the
that's what I'm saying.
Outlook of your season. I mean, my Spurs and your Spurs are a little different, not that far apart. But the Kings, they're still they're contending now.
Yeah, but I
4
don't
games
think
out.
I just don't think they'll contend with the Pelicans or the Grizzlies. This is different. I mean,
the Blazers.
It just depends on schedule. Play. Okay, they're a streaky team also.
Okay, but a win's a win.
Yeah, but I mean, it just depends on the strength of schedule the rest of the way. Who's playing who? So
I guess.
Yeah,
it depends. All right, so to round out mine, I got Jazz, Nuggets, Thunder, Heat, Clippers.
I can't believe you got the Thunder before lower than or higher than the Nuggets. That's insane. The Nuggets are the 3rd seed in the West.
I don't know. They don't look dangerous. The thing is, they just got smacked.
Well, they never
up by
looked
the
dangerous. Last year they were the 2 seed and almost made the Western Conference Finals by 1 game. They lost
They just got clapped up by the Clippers. And I know my list isn't about the past, but
that's 1 game though. You can't judge on 1 game. I mean, you see other teams. You see the Bucks losing to the Heat. I mean, that's 1 game.
Twice.
Exactly. So, what are you
That's
going to
not
say?
once, though. That's twice.
Are you going to say the Heat's better than the Bucks?
Yes, that's what that means. They have 2 wins to their 0.
They're not a better team.
That's what that means,
it's just
though.
on that night. I don't know.
They know how to guard Giannis. They're better. Giannis had 13 points the last time they played. I'll get more into that later. Let me finish, though. Raptors 5. And then I have Clippers, Rockets 3rd and 4th. But Celtics 3, Rockets 4. But they're like a tie. And then Bucks 2 and Lakers 1.
Yeah, you're stupid for that. Bucks NBA Finals.
Give me your
NBA Finals
list.
champions. Cameron's locks.
Give me your list first, and then we'll talk about
Miami Heat 9.
Stupid.
Oklahoma City 8. Denver 7. Boston 6. Rockets 5. The Raptors 4. And then the Clippers 3. Lakers 2.
Oh my god. You just yelled at me because you said the Nuggets were behind the Clippers, and then you put the Clippers...
No. I was saying you put the Thunder in front of the Nuggets. I wasn't saying the Clippers.
Oh.
Yeah.
It still doesn't even make a difference.
Yeah, it does.
All right, whatever. So the Lakers, Bucks. Yeah, the Lakers. Landon locks. I mean, Lakers are way better than the Bucks, I think. If the Lakers watch the film on the Heat, they are going to be able to shut down Giannis.
You're stupid.
Because the Heat... Okay, this is what the Heat did. They threw many different defensive schemes at Giannis. They doubled him with 2 guards, or they put Bam on him and forced him one way. Giannis had a couple turnovers and only 13 points, like I said. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Bucks Finals champions. Boom.
All right, that's my thing. You can't do that.
I can still do that.
All right, let's go to your little thing, the college basketball.
College basketball, which is better than the NBA in my opinion.
So you say that every week.
Yeah, which is true. It's facts. They got better ratings. They got All
right, give me your 25 to.
Well, I mean,
start this list.
I mean, you go first. Since
all right,
you go first last time.
We found this out last time. I have 26 teams on here, so I guess you're gonna get my top 26.
Okay.
I got Memphis. I mean, I guess I could just.
I can't believe you put Memphis there without James Wiseman.
Okay. I mean, the backup is. He's not even a backup. He was a starter at the point, and now he's a potential first-round pick.
Just because he got an opportunity, though.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's a
guess.
baller.
Yeah.
So I got Memphis, Wichita State, Houston, Penn State, and then Illinois. Or not Illinois, BYU.
Hey,
And then
BYU's too low. They should be higher.
I don't think so. I don't like BYU.
They just beat Gonzaga.
Ooh, one game. Like you said, it was one game.
Still, though.
No, not still.
College basketball is a lot different than NBA.
Okay.
So
Here we
much
go.
different.
Here we go.
It's
Back
not like
that
they
up.
play every night. It's not like they play every night.
What? College?
Yeah, so their fatigue isn't as much, so they get more time to prepare. NBA players don't. They play sometimes back to back to back, like 3 times.
So
a week.
Duke losing to Virginia losing to the UMBC. That's
Yeah, it's just they had time. I mean, they just lost their memo. So
okay.
because they were
So
they got a lot
NBA
of time
players
off.
can't lose their memo.
I mean, they
LeBron
can't.
James can't have a bad night.
I mean, they can. They have more excuses though,
I guess.
because they're fatigued. Like college basketball players sometimes get like after conference basketball, like they get like 6 or 7 days to prepare for a game. Maybe LeBron game we get 12 hours. So
Okay, so that also gives them more time to prepare for the game,
exactly.
and they still lose. So
Yeah.
that gives. Wow.
It's
okay.
just how you prepare in all matchups.
And then I got Virginia at 20.
I mean,
They finally just broke the top 25.
yeah.
In the past, they were a great defensive team, so I think that's exactly what they're going to do this year. I mean, they got that blonde hair center. He's going to be pretty good, I think, or he can be really good at points. Give me yours.
Well, I'm just gonna go down the list because I've looked at this list. I looked at it earlier, 1 through 25. I think I agree with everything except maybe 25. For this, my team, Michigan, I don't believe they deserve to be in the
So
top
who do you
25.
think should be 25?
Butler,
Okay.
just because of the tough Big East, and I know they lost a few games here and there, but they've also picked it back up. But no, you got Michigan at 25, Wisconsin at 24, Illinois at 23, Virginia at 22, and Houston at 21, and then Penn State 20.
Just wait until you see where I got Michigan.
Yeah, you got you showed me earlier. You got them way too high.
All right, so I'll give you my 19 through
That's saying something coming from a Michigan.
19 through 15.
Uh-huh.
I got Ohio State, MSU. I think MSU could be a little bit higher.
I don't know. They're streaky too.
I think they could be contenders.
They can. I think anyone that's top 25 can. Yeah.
I don't think so.
You never
I don't
know.
think
It's
Houston
March.
could win the thing. I don't think they could
They
win the
could. They
thing.
could upset some teams. They could definitely have a Cinderella run.
Okay, but I don't think they're a contender.
You never know.
I think
I mean,
Michigan. could be-
whoever thought Loyola Chicago would be a contender, they made it to the Final Four.
That's not a contender.
They were
Do you really think they were
in the
gonna
tournament.
win
They were.
it all? Sure, I guess.
I mean, if they made it all that way, they upset all those teams like UMBC.
all right. Didn't they have to play UMBC, the Loyal?
No,
Okay.
that was a different year.
So I got Ohio State, MSU, Illinois. I think Illinois could be really good. I think they could be contenders. I think they're really balanced. They have 2 great bigs, one that's really good at defense, one good on the other side, and then they have a good guard. I like him. I don't know how to say his name, and I don't want to butcher it. Then I got Iowa. Iowa has a player that's top 10 in points per game. And then I got Creighton. Creighton's a really high scoring offense and balanced on the defensive side. That's what I got there.
So yeah.
Well, I'll say one more, and then I got Villanova. Villanova, I think, could potentially be a 2 seed.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think anyone from 7 to maybe even 16 on this list could be a 2 seed. Because there's 4 regions.
Right.
So, 4 teams. I mean, if you look down, Florida State, Oregon, Duke, Michigan State. I mean, it's really, seeding is going to be so weird this year. When we do this selection Sunday, it's going to be so different. Because there's teams that, like Duke, for instance, have 7 or 8 losses, but they could still be a 2 seed.
Yeah.
That's just, it doesn't matter about losses here. I mean, I guess really matters about those key wins and strength schedule.
And we're going to see teams that we've never seen before be top 2 or be a 1 seed
Yeah,
or a 3
Sandy.
seed.
We'll go into that on our selection Sunday.
Like Dayton. I've never heard of Dayton.
I have.
Ever.
A few years ago, they made it to the Elite Eight. They've been around. They've always known that they have a good tournament team, but they've never been this good. Not top 3 good.
Yeah.
But anyway, going from what do we go? 19 to
15.
19 to 15. Ohio State at number 19. Iowa there. So 18, 19, 20, all 3 Big Ten teams. And then 17 Auburn. And then 16 another Michigan State, which is another Big Ten team, and Big Ten's been solid all around. They've got 6 or 7 ranked teams, and then BYU sent at 15, just because they picked up that big win at Gonzaga 2 weekends ago.
I don't know. One game is going to decide your whole season. I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying that. They've only have 6 losses. Duke has 8.
Strength to schedule, like you said.
Yeah, I know, but they beat Gonzaga, which only had 1 loss, which came to Michigan earlier in the year.
Didn't they win by like 20 or something?
Yeah, they won by a big margin. So
I don't think that point, I think it's valid. I just don't think it's enough. They're still top 25, so that's going to guarantee them what?
Just the thing about college basketball, anyone can win. NBA, it's a little different. The
Raptors won last year.
Yeah, but
no chance.
They had Kawhi.
Well, that's one player. They had Durant, Clay.
Okay, Clay got hurt. Clay got hurt.
Yeah, there was a lot of things, but you still.
Kevin Durant got hurt.
3 players to Kawhi.
Curry was a little iffy.
KD.
He was hurt. And then he came back and tore his ACL, and now he's out this whole year. So it's different. It's so much different.
It's whatever, man.
It's college kids. These are NBA players, grown-ups playing. They've been playing for a lot longer.
All right, let's go to our
17-year-olds.
14 through 1. I'll go 14 through 5.
That's
so the top 5 will be a little bit of a surprise. Maybe not. Auburn. You like there? 14.
I just think you got him way too high.
I just like
they just lost again last night.
Bruce Pearl.
But they just lost. That's their 5th.
Bruce Pearl. He's a good coach.
They've beaten some good teams.
They have a couple good guards. And then Okura, he's projected to be a top pick in the draft. Oregon, I like Peyton Richard. He's a good floor general. He's
I don't
win
think
that
they'll
award,
go far in the tournament.
I think. Michigan at 12.
That is, that's my team, but that's high.
Like I've been saying, this is my contenders list, not power rankings. I think Michigan has proven this year that they have beaten some good teams, and then they can do it when it matters. And they just got Isaiah Livers back, who's been hurt for most of the year.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And then Simpson, he's assist leader.
He's my boy also.
So I think they could make a good
I just think
point for themselves.
With them, I think the biggest contender is big guy John Teskey. He was great last year, scoring double digits. This year, he's only averaging about 9 points. He averaged probably, 18 or 19 last year. And then 4 or 5 blocks. He's only averaging a block and a half. So it's a big thing for them.
Before I finish my list, if I can, I think Purdue's big. I think Purdue could be a sleeper team. They got that.
There's so many sleeper teams. We'll talk about that on Selection Sunday. That there's who's sleeper, who's feared of getting upset.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's why we love March. It's unpredictable.
All right, so I got Auburn at 14, Oregon 13, Michigan 12. Louisville 11. I think they're a really balanced team. They have Jordan Norwa. Florida State, I think they're... I've been saying a lot balanced team, but I think they're really balanced, and they really have a shot to... they did it last year.
They're huge, so yeah. They got the height advantage.
And then I have Maryland at 9. And then you didn't like this. San Diego State at 8.
Way too low.
Duke at 7, Seton Hall to round out to my 6th. Seton Hall has Miles Powell and the Gill guy down in the paint. He gets a lot of blocks per game.
And a fun fact about Miles Powell, last night was his senior night. He was the first kid from his family to ever graduate college. Wow. It's just a fun fact I saw.
Cousins,
Sports Center,
everything, aunts, uncles.
Yep, everything.
That's amazing. Yeah. I love to see it.
So my 14 is Villanova. Well, what they got, which I agree with. Oregon. Actually, I would put Oregon before Duke right now, just because Duke is struggling as of late. But we'll see. Oregon 12. Creighton 11. Tough game this weekend to round out the season. Louisville at 10. Maryland at 9. Seton Hall at 8, which will face Creighton this Saturday. Florida State at 7 and Kentucky at 6.
I think Kentucky...
They're not top 5.
I do. I think so.
No, they've been streaky all year, and they've proven they just lost to a horrible Tennessee team.
Okay, see, this is at the beginning of the show. I said our lists are going to be completely different, and your list is based off somebody else's. My list is off my opinions and
But I agree with this.
Down the future.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Kentucky's a contender. I think so. I have them at 5.
I mean, they're always contending with John Calipari.
And then I have Dayton 4. I'm gonna keep them at 4 because I think with Obi Toppin as their
You just don't know anything
leader.
about them. You haven't seen them play. They're crazy.
Who?
Dayton. Have you
So
seen
got
them?
higher than 4?
Yeah,
What? 1 more?
2.
You got them at 2.
Yeah.
You are
I
crazy.
switched it up a little. No, serious, dude. Have you seen them? Dude, they're crazy. I mean, I've seen Dayton teams play that are good. They made the Elite Eight a few years ago, like I said, but they're crazy this year. They got a star. They finally got a star. They didn't have a star. They just had a bunch of role players.
We'll see. I don't think so.
Like we said, unpredictable.
What was my lock where San Diego State will not even make the Elite Eight.
I think you're insane. I think they'll definitely I don't think they'll make the Final Four.
Landon's lock graphic here. San Diego State will not make the Elite Eight.
I don't think they'll make the Final Four, but I think they'll make the. I mean, it just depends on it depends on who's in their bracket. Like if you have,
I think no matter what.
So if San Diego State's the number 1 seed, and then you have number 2 seed, maybe Florida State or Seton Hall. That would be tough. It depends who's there.
I just can't wait for them to go out first round.
So you're having them losing to a 16 or 15 seed.
No, but
I mean, it could happen. You never. It's unpredictable.
Then I had Gonzaga 3, Baylor 2, but I'm gonna switch those up because I've been watching a lot of film on Gonzaga, and they're so.
They play. They're in one of the worst conferences in college basketball. I'd never give them credit for anything until they prove it.
So what about San Diego State then? Because they're
in the Mountain West.
You have told me all year their strength of schedule is horrible.
Okay.
All year you've been saying they don't play anybody.
They beat BYU, which beat Gonzaga. So
automatically San Diego State should be the 2nd seed.
No, they should be a number 1 seed.
I'm talking about in the top 25.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's what you're saying? They should be better. They should be higher ranked than Gonzaga right now.
Yeah.
So then that leaves one team left. Kansas.
I mean,
at
I've
1.
got that too.
Yeah.
I've got San Diego State at 5. Then I guess Baylor at 4. Gonzaga at 3. Dayton at 2. Just because Dayton is hot and they've been hot all year, and I want to see them succeed. I love that little Cinderella team.
Sorry,
we can't agree on everything. It's like Stephen A. and Max, and then Kansas. We can agree on that. Number 1. I mean, they've been dominant all year.
So I guess that's our picks for there. Or our
dude, our selection Sunday show is gonna be heated. I already can feel it.
All right, so let's give us your college picks with tournament play coming up.
We got Michigan and Nebraska tonight, and senior night for Xavier Simpson, which is he had a great career.
This is a highlight game. This is a big game.
I'm just highlighting it just because it's a senior night for them, and San Diego State just won their first round of the tournament, 60-73 to Air Force. Close game there. Illinois, Ohio State tonight. Big night for the Big Ten. I think winner gets. It will not winner, but it would help them if they can get a top 4 seed in the tournament to get a 2-round bye going to the Big Ten tournament.
Yep.
And then on this weekend, there's Seton Hall Creighton.
That's going to be a really nice game.
You got Miles Powell.
And that's regular season, right?
Yeah, it's the last one of the season that wraps up there. Season, you got Auburn, Tennessee. Tennessee just coming off a huge win. Maybe could help them push them to the tournament with that win. Key win there versus Kentucky there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, playing Auburn. And then you got Wisconsin and Indiana. Indiana's been struggling. They're 19-11, but so is Michigan. But if Indiana can win and put a ranked matchup versus Wisconsin and beat them, that could maybe help them, and then they probably have to win 1 or 2 games in the Big Ten tournament.
Michigan's that bad record-wise?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's how bad. We got Villanova's at 12, and they're 23-7. That's a lot of losses. That's a lot of losses. Then Baylor, West Virginia, big game for West Virginia. They were top 5 a few weeks ago. Now they're 8-9 in the conference, 20-10. They play number 4 Baylor. Another huge game in the SEC as Kentucky faces off versus Florida. Big game for the Gators, 19-11 also. It'd be another key matchup. And then to wrap off the weekend, North Carolina Duke is this Saturday. I mean, it's not really big. It's not really big. Not as big.
That's
But
always big.
but
when
it's
Nuke
North
plays.
Carolina Duke. Yeah, I mean it's a rivalry.
That's gonna be a big game.
Just a little insight. We don't really talk about them much because they've struggled this year. But if North Carolina, they're getting hot at the right time. They've won 3 straight now, and maybe I'm not saying they have to win the ACC tournament to win. But if they can, I mean, they possibly could. Duke's struggling right now. We got Louisville struggling, and then Virginia's also hot right now too. So you never know.
Imagine if Duke doesn't make it.
Imagine if North Carolina makes the tournament going under 500. They're 13-17 right now.
Oh my God! Look at you getting all excited.
Well, I mean, it would be awesome. I love the upsets. That's why I love the month of March. College basketball is better than NBA, folks.
Right.
It is. Louisville, and then wrap up
I can agree.
Louisville and Virginia. So, I mean, it's not really picks. It's just big games. And then also you got like kind of like the not the Power 5 conferences.
Vermont had a pretty cool night the other night.
Yeah, they had a guy that was disabled. Well, not disabled. He got disabled in a car crash, and he couldn't play. So he scored his first basket. And on Sunday, last thing, Michigan, Maryland. Another big game for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan State. And Iowa, Illinois.
I got Michigan State and Maryland there.
What about Iowa, Illinois? It's a tough one.
I'll
Garza.
go Illinois.
Huh? Yeah, I got Iowa.
All right.
But yeah, that's about it. And then conference tournaments for all conferences are main conferences start next week, and then selection Sunday is next Sunday. So
Starting to heat up, boys.
yeah, it'll be I'm excited. It'll be a crazy month. So
All right, so we got a couple really important, well, more than a couple important games this week in the NBA. Tonight, Clippers Rockets on TNT. Who do you got?
Rockets. I always pick them.
I'll pick Rockets too.
Yeah, maybe they'll lose because you picked them.
Maybe.
You're like some bad luck, bad jinx.
Finals rematch, sorta. Warriors Raptors tonight.
It's okay. Cool.
Steph Curry with the shot. Warriors are gonna win.
The only reason that's televised is because of Steph Curry.
Yes, and I think it's been.
They literally just changed it, I think, yesterday.
Oh,
I like it was not on the lineup for Nat. I think it was another game, but they switched it just because Curry's.
yeah. There's literally no. Shoot, I said literally, but there isn't any other good.
Literally. That's your favorite word. You like to say it?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You love that.
There wasn't any other good games other than those two, so yeah, that makes sense. Friday, the number one
Headliner of the week.
the number one seeded
Friday night midnight
Lakers
premiere.
versus the number one seeded Bucks.
It's the only exciting games I like
Lakers
to
are
watch in
gonna
the NBA.
win. Yes, I think so,
They can shut down Giannis, yeah.
and I think they will.
They didn't last time, so
They did not last time, but now they have film on how to because the Heat.
they had film before.
Nope, they didn't.
They did.
Nope.
They did.
No, they just got to get lucky and hope they miss because. No, I'm
because
just kidding.
Giannis just doesn't.
It's crazy.
Go sign Thon Maker, Taco Fall.
Celtics, Jazz. Celtics. I think Celtics will win there.
Yeah.
Heat versus Pelicans. Zion's gonna bring home another dub there. What do you think?
Oh.
Long pause. You must be really thinking.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
That brain's working finally.
God. No, that's tough. I get Miami.
Okay.
'cause
Grizzlies versus Mavs.
Grizzlies. I love Ja. I want Ja to dunk a Boban. That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny. I'm gonna take Mavs just because you said Grizzlies, and it's kind of an iffy game. I mean, it's 7th versus 8th seed right now. Kings Trailblazers. It's actually the only interesting game on Saturday. Surprisingly,
Trailblazers.
I'll take Kings just
Dame is
because
back.
I'm pretty sure the Kings beat the Trailblazers like 4 or 5 days ago. So I'll take Kings there and De'Aaron Fox. Just a couple of good games on Sunday.
Couple. There's 2.
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
2 is couple. Lakers Clippers. That's a LA matchup you'd not want to miss.
Yeah, it's the reschedule from the
Kobe thing.
RIP.
I'll take Lakers. You said Clippers before,
just
but
because they beat him in the opener, and I still
that
think
was. He says the opener. That was like 67 games ago, dude.
who cares? Go Clips.
Oh, Thunder versus Celtics. I'll take Thunder. No, I'll take Celtics. I like Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics.
Celtics been
Jason Tatum was
ballin'.
Jason Tatum was crazy.
Yeah, and Kemba, hopefully he can become 100%.
He's streaky also.
Ooh, no.
He has been.
Don't say that.
He went 5 for 18 the other night.
He lets his other men eat first. He feeds his men first.
Okay, so 5 for 18. What are you explaining there?
Just had a bad night, like you said.
Exactly.
Fatigue.
That's what I'm saying. I literally said he's streaky.
I don't think he's streaky. He just had a bad night, bucko.
He's had a bad night. I don't know.
Go ahead, say he's bad. I dare you.
I didn't say he was bad. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA.
All right, so to finish off Sunday night, I just threw this in there because I'm a Bulls fan, and you talk about Michigan like all the time, so I'll just throw this in there. Bulls Nets.
I mean, it's like Stephen A. talking about the Cowboys. He hates them.
This could be an important game. The Nets are now without Kyrie for the rest of the season.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
I don't know. It's tough. I think the 7th and 8th seed and below.
But here's something interesting.
Horrible.
Here's something interesting. If they do make the playoffs, they have proposed that Kevin Durant might be back. Imagine them as an 8th seed playing the Bucks with Kevin Durant
and maybe Kyrie.
But maybe no. He said he's shut down for the rest of the year. I thought.
I don't know. But like I said,
I don't think they'll bring him back because what if he gets injured again? It's like the Warriors last year. They brought him back too early.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to risk him getting injured for another year. So.
That's all we got for our games. One little thing I want to say: next week we will not be uploading a show until.
Or actually, we're gonna do a live stream.
We don't know that yet.
Probably.
We could. Depends.
Or we could just do a recap on the brackets.
A show will come out either on Sunday or Monday.
Yep.
Stay tuned. So I guess that means 2 shows will probably come out next week.
Yep.
So I'm Landon Pavin.
Cameron Champagne. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.